I was so gutted when they turned that round.
He was a man for big games.
What a wonder goal.
And it all boils down to this.
I don't think he slipped over.
It was one of those moments.
2004, Mourinho, Porto, this is when everybody saw him for the first time.
After his team sweep aside Monaco 3-0 in the final, instead of celebrating with his players, he takes off his medal, throws it into the crowd and moves away into the shadows, later to emerge at Chelsea.
And I loved the fact that he threw his medal into the crowd.
At that time, nobody knew who these players were. You had 9 Portuguese and 2 Brazilians up front.
If you're going to have 2 Brazilians, you'll want them up front.
How many days after the Champions League win did he sign for Chelsea?
I don't know, how many?
2.
There you go.
It's almost like he planned it beforehand.
Well, yeah, what a surprise that would be. I wonder if he's ever going to move again. No.
Roberto Carlos loops the ball up into the air. It seemed to take an eternity to drop, but when it did, Zinedine Zidane lashes the ball into the top corner.
I can't even do that on FIFA.
The game should have ended there and then. As soon as he'd done that, the referee should have said, that's a call, and you ain't going to better that.
Of course, at Hampden Park, hit it on the volley as it was coming down at an angle, bang, burst the net, and you know, I mean, it's not often you see a goal like that scored in Scotland.
People in Scotland still talk about it. You know, it was a fantastic night. It was a full house, but the quality and just the nerve to take on such a hard technical ball at that height. Brilliance.
When that hit the back of the net, you can imagine every Scotsman's never ever seen anything like that before.
No, they've seen it once.
Oh, what, when Gazza scored?
When Gazza scored.
Get in.
Well, it was a terrific performance in the final by Borussia Dortmund. So many high points, Paul Lambert and his cross for the first goal. And of course, Lars Ricken coming on for the winner. Local lad, first touch of the game, sealing a Champions League triumph.
It was a kind of powerful lob that, if I remember rightly, looked like it was going into Rose Ed and then dipped.
What a story. He'll get the keys to the city and the keys to every chastity belt in Dortmund for the next 50, 60 years after that.
What people don't know is his second touch was appalling.
This is a moment that shows the class, humility and the kinship within the Barcelona ranks. They've already beat Manchester United 3-1 on the night when they allow Eric Abidal off the bench to take the armband in order to lift the European Cup after suffering serious illness all year.
I bet John Terry was trying to lift it, but just couldn't make it in
To get his Barcelona kit on.
2008, Moscow, Man United, Chelsea. John Terry steps up, Chelsea boy through and through.
Not only misses the penalty, but falls on his arse.
You know, somebody like myself, I've missed a very high-profile penalty at Wembley against England, so I knew exactly what he was going through.
This is priceless.
I think that was everybody in the world that isn't a Chelsea fan mentally willing that to happen.
If ever in life you want to give a perfect example of karma existing, it was when John Terry slipped.
There's one person you expect to be not to make a mistake like that in such a crucial moment.
Shootouts are a completely unique scenario, really, and completely different to your normal game.
You can say what you like about John Terry, you know, he's an alleged racist adulterer, but what really gets my goat, he wears his socks above his knee.
Yeah, you can't go out on a pitch dressed like a Japanese schoolgirl.
In an exciting young Ajax side that features the likes of Edgar Davids and Clarence Seedorf and coached by Louis van Gaal, Patrick Kluivert pops up with 5 minutes to go against AC Milan to give the Amsterdammers their first major European trophy in 23 years.
Patrick Kluivert scored for Ajax as opposed to Ajax, which I used to say, always got corrected on. It's just the cleaning fluid, isn't it?
The guy didn't know what he was doing. He's falling that way. He's falling that way. It's like he's stuck in the mud. And then he just flicks it at the last second. I don't think he meant it.
You've been watching Villa for too many years, fella.
In 2012, Didier Drogba steps up, last kick of his Chelsea career.
Yeah, but the best thing about that, Chelsea doing it in Bayern Munich's own backyard. To see Germans crying is one of life's great pleasures, isn't it?
I was at that match and I think if I wanted anyone to be taking that penalty, it'd be him, because I just knew that he had the character to deal with that situation. Not to say that it was definitely he was going to score, but he definitely was probably the best equipped in terms of character.
What an amazing way to go out, just coolly rolled it home, boom. Despite the fact Chelsea had been outplayed all night, fair play.
Before the game, nobody gave AC Milan a chance as Barcelona's dream team were expected to run amok. Nobody gave Savicevic that particular script because he scored one, assisted another, hit the woodwork twice as Milan routed Johan Cruyff's side.
Right, Eddie, I hate to get all AVB on you, but I've got stats on this game. I feel I should squat 4-0 to Milan. Just unbelievable. They had Van Basten injured, Baresi and Costacutta suspended. They were only allowed 3 non-nationals, so they couldn't have Radicchio, Jean-Pierre Papin or Brian Laudrup.
There you go.
And they still won. They had a bloke, an unpronounceable bloke called Savi Ajax.
Bayern Munich hammered United that game.
Yeah.
All game. At the crossbar, at the post.
Bayern Munich were winners of the Champions League that year, but it's never over until it's over.
I remember getting around in, and I know this sounds strange, but I had a feeling when Beckham took the corner for the first goal, it was going to go in.
At that point, I turned around to my wife and I said, "We'll just pop into the loo, get ready for extra time, because there's going to be a mad rush in a minute." And I'm in the loo and I could hear this massive cheer go up again.
I still shake to think about it. It was a game that we nicked, in truth. They were 1-0 up, they hit the post. I thought it was over, and then this little baby-faced assassin Solskjaer it's just incredible happiness.
And Solskjaer has won it. It's almost as iconic as the great, they're on the pitch, they think it's all over. It's become one of those commentaries now, isn't it?
Unbelievable. I spilled that pint to go and get another one. Liverpool Milan, probably in my eyes the best final ever.
Now, a mate of mine went to that game and he said, this is a true story, a guy in front of him left half-time, right? And the guy walked, the stadium was quite a distance out of the city centre, and by the guy got to the city centre, Liverpool won the European Cup, he'd missed it.
I wonder what the half-time team talk was from Benitez. Was it a team talk, or did he just kick people in the face?
Stevie G scores with a header. My abiding memories when Stevie G runs away and does this, like some sort of Mancunian raver.
Having worked beside Steven Gerrard, if there's anybody capable of dragging teammates and his beloved Liverpool, to a great result, it was him. And it was an amazing second half.
But what often gets overlooked, we said Jerzy Dudek's double save in extra time, which I believe if that had gone in, then that was it. I don't think there was any way back.
Penalties, Dudek. He was modelling himself on Bruce Grobbelaar, didn't he?
Yeah, wobbly legs.
Yeah, exactly. Bruce Grobbelaar could influence a match, couldn't he?
Yeah, so I've heard.